guys. Sorry about my dog in the back. He's trying to get under the blanket and he's going to push it off the couch like he always does. So anyway, I want to thank Barrett for inviting me to do this collab. We are doing a Hungry Girl collab today, guys, and it's going to be really fun. And there's so many great recipes out there by all of the wonderful girls that I am going to list down below in the description box. So please be sure to check them all out. And thank you again, Barrett, for inviting me to do this collab. If you guys have not went over to check out Barrett's channel, please do so, because she has a lot of great content over there and a lot of great ideas and just so many different types of videos. I really like watching her channel. So many great ideas. Anyway, let's get started on this collab. All right, we are getting started on this recipe, and the book that I'm using is The Hungry Girl Simply 6, and I am making the Instant Pot Sloppy Janes. Now, I am not using the Instant Pot. I am using a regular fry pan, and we're going to see how that works. And the ingredients that you need is Worcestershire sauce, red wine vinegar, some brown sugar. I'm using this blend, some puree, tomato puree, although they say to use crushed tomatoes, one cup. I don't have crushed, but this is pretty darn close. I have a pound of our grass-fed beef, and then some onion. They say 1 cup of onion. I may cut up some more and use some more. So that is the ingredients that you're going to need, plus buns. First thing we're going to do is toss our onions in. And looks like I am going to be cutting up more. We're going to toss our pound of ground beef in. Don't mind all my bug bites on my arm this spring. I always get them every single year. I added the rest of my onion. Now I'm going to sit here and chop this up really good until it's fine. I'll bring you back when this is all done. Now they say to add garlic powder, chili powder, and salt. I'm going to add some garlic powder. And I did add a little taco seasoning to this because, I don't know, I just like taco seasoning. And a teaspoon of chili powder. There we go. And then just a sprinkle of taco seasoning is all I added. And I'm not going to add any salt because I added the taco seasoning. So it's a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of chili powder, and a half a teaspoon of salt if you don't add the taco seasoning. Alright guys, right there I have the 1 cup of my tomato puree, my brown sugar, and then my 1 tablespoon of the red wine vinegar and 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce in this container here. The beef is almost done. I'm just going to give it a few more stirs and let it simmer until those onions are nice and translucent. And then when this is all done, I'm going to add all that other stuff to it. And this is very lean ground beef. It's like, I think 90% lean or something, 95% lean, something like that. So it's very lean. This is all done, and you can see there's no liquid in there at all, no fat, and I didn't drain it at all. There is just nothing in there. So I'm going to add my 1 cup of tomato puree. Make sure you get all of it in there. I'm going to add my vinegar and Worcestershire, and then my sugar right on top of that. And I'm going to stir this up. And I'm going to let this just simmer on low for about 10 minutes. But we're just going to let it simmer while I get my buns in the oven. And I'm going to put them under the broiler, my buns, for about 2 to 3 minutes, but you want to watch really close. Might not even take that long. I'm going to turn this heat down to about 3 on my stove and just let it simmer here. I'm going to preheat the broiler to high. And I'm going to get my buns in there, and I'll bring you back when this is all done. As you can see, that's starting to boil here. I'm going to turn it down. Actually, I'm going to turn it down to 1 and let it just simmer. All right, our buns are done. As you can see, they are just lightly toasted. And this is also done. So now what I'm going to do is just spoon it up and put it on our sandwich. We'll let you know how this tastes. These are called Mary Janes. Don't need a whole lot. There we go. It says you can top them with pickles, so I'm going to put a couple pickles on the side for my husband. I hate pickles, hate pickles, so I won't be having them. And then here's how, if you want to make that in the Instant Pot, this is what, and this is 162 calories. It says to combine the onions, tomatoes, sugar, spice, or sauce, and vinegar, stir until uniform, add the beef and seasoning, and then thoroughly mix, seal with a lid, press manual, and set for 8 minutes. Once cooked, press, keep warm, cancel, and let sit for 10 minutes. Vent to release steam. Makes 5 servings, and then you can put it on a whole grain roll and top with pickles, and lunch is served. So there you have it. We absolutely loved this dish. It was so delicious. My husband loved it. I loved it. The only thing I'm going to change up next time is I'm going to use less brown sugar because it was pretty sweet. If you like sweetness, if you love like the sloppy joe that comes in the can, that you want to keep that sugar in there because it's tastes pretty similar to that sugar wise, but it's just got this wonderful flavor, and adding that taco seasoning really helps. So I would definitely recommend adding just a little sprinkle of taco seasoning. I get the big can of the Joans taco seasoning and I just sprinkled a little bit on there. Probably, I'm gonna say maybe a tablespoon worth on there is all I sprinkled on the pound of hamburger. And it tasted so good, so good. It was 4 points. And I actually think we're going to get more than 5 servings. We still have leftovers in the fridge, and I really honestly think we're going to get more than 5 servings because I still have a big 2-cup bowl left, and we already had 4 sandwiches out of it already. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get at least 4 more. So with that being said, I'm thinking it's going to be about 2 points plus the 2 points for the bun. You could have 2 little sandwiches for the same amount of points. So yeah, it's really good, and I definitely recommend it. I would say if you have one of those buns for 4 points total, have a side of vegetable, I think that's going to really fill you up. We just had some cauliflower on the side, and then we had one sandwich, and it was definitely filling. And it tasted wonderful. It definitely tasted wonderful. Like I said, I got the brown sugar blend, so it was less points than the regular brown sugar. So maybe you look for that. And I am going to only do a half a tablespoon. It calls for a tablespoon and a half. I'm going to try only doing a half a tablespoon, and I think that's going to be plenty. Both Corey and I, we both agreed it was too sugary for us, too sweet. And we're going to definitely downsize that by quite a bit. And that's going to lessen my points even more. So the next time I make this, I'll take you guys along again and let you know how many servings we got out of the dish before. And then the new points total for the new way that I make it, and let you know how that tastes as well. Be sure to check out all of the other ladies down below and see what they're making from the Hungry Girl Cookbook, or on her website. There's so many different recipes that she has out there. This is just the lunch that I really wanted to try. We technically had this for dinner, but you can have it for either lunch or dinner. It was super easy to make as well. I hope you enjoyed watching this recipe be made, and we will talk to you guys all soon. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to share this if you think anybody else may enjoy this channel. Thanks again. Bye.